Right, our day is not done yet, guys, and we've got on to our next project now, and it's going to be something that is going to be hopefully very quick to do. Missy Jenn's
Are you done yet?
Done what?
With the project.
Which I just finished the kitchen project. Which project? Am I done this one? The one out here?
Yeah.
I'm just walking out the door here. Hello, I'm not done yet. I'm good, but I'm not that good. Let's go out to the garden, guys. One of the big problems we have here is, well, one thing, we irrigate with water here on the rancho, and we're very blessed to have a well. We have a lot of fruit trees that need irrigation. We have tomato plants that we have to keep going all season long, courtesy of Missy Jenn. So we use a well. We have a nice, I think it's probably a 35-foot well, and when fully charged, it probably holds, I don't know, maybe 5,000 gallons. But because there's very few wells in the area now, we get the benefit of all the groundwater now that's collected in the winter rainy season. So our well is always very charged. We used to use it to cool down the still for moonshine, making it work beautifully. It saved us thousands of dollars over the years in irrigation and in cooling water by being able to use that. And when we were using it for cooling for the still, we just had to recycle it, put the tube back in the well, and we didn't really waste anything. So it worked out beautifully. But there's a problem with our tap. Missy Jenn uses the hose to go around and put extra water, but well, as you'll see when we turn it on, there's a problem. I hope you all enjoyed the faucet, how to replace a kitchen faucet with humor. Thank you, Missy Jenn, for doing the cleanup here, and isn't she a beauty? And our day's still going on, but this thing did not move for 2 years. It was like frozen in position there. So now it's got this new one on, and it's beautiful. It's hot to the back and single lever. I really like that. That was a nice job. It's got a sprayer. That's just a beauty. I'm really happy about that. You can already see what the problem is. When you turn it on, you get sprayed in every which direction there with the water. So obviously I could change the washer out, but it's not worth it. We have to be very careful. Got to get 2 wrenches to break that connection there, because we have a PVC to bronze. Got to be very careful there. So okay, obviously we don't want to keep losing all of this water. It's just getting worse and worse every year. So let's fix it once and for all today. You are going to need some pipe thread tape, and I really like the Blue Monster stuff. It's slightly thicker, and come off. We're going to wrap our connection when we put our new one on. So we'll set that aside. Make sure your water's turned off. This is going to require 2 wrenches. I don't want to just get in here and just turn this faucet bib. I don't want to just get in here and turn that off, or turn that too aggressively, because I might snap off the pipe connection here. I've got PVC. So I need to be very careful here. I'm going to keep this on the PVC connection, and I'm going to use the smaller wrench to keep pressure on that, and then use the smaller wrench to twist in the end. Let me get a good bite on this. Get this tightened up real good. Got to be very careful here when working with PVC to metal connections. So I think that's okay. So I can go ahead and turn that and twist that off just like so. And there we go. Okay. All right. Okay, so that's off. You can then make sure that's cleaned up, remove your old pipe thread, and longer down there. We've got the old one popped off, but we're not going to need that. Let's go get the new one. And first, let's put a little pipe thread on here. We'll have a real good connection on there. Okay, wrap that just like so, and that will be ready to go. I'm going to go get the new faucet. Got our nice new faucet here. It's just a matter of working that on. And again, remember, we need to be very careful making this connection here. We're going to use 2 wrenches, and we're not going to keep any kind of pressure on the PVC. We want to keep the pressure. We don't want to do anything that could break that PVC connection. Okay. So one more turn, we should be good to go. Do not over tighten or you will snap off the connection there. Okay, we turn our water on. And we see that we have success. We are good to go. Whistle while you work. Do 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 do. I am done that job, but please don't tell Missy Jenn. She needs to give me a break. I've been working my fanny off. Please, Missy Jenn, be a pal. Let me take a lunch break today. Little cap change, hair change, time to just take it easy today, Missy Jenn. I guess I'll just go out and get a little lunch and get a little sun and kind of chill out a little bit today. I'm glad you're happy. You got your new outside faucet. Woo, aren't you happy?
I'm happy.
No, all right, you got your new faucet over here. Woo, there we go, double up on me. And it looks like it's quitting time for Rosie.
What are you talking about?
Gonna get,
time?
yeah, they're gonna get some sun.
You being silly? You dog, look up here. What is this?
What? A fly?
Did you forget about
the
that?
The fly swatter's in there. You can get the
fly.
fly.
Did you forget about that hazard up here?
What's up there?
Take a look.
It's just our ceiling.
Take a look up there.
Do I have to?
Yeah, take a look up there.
It sounds like more pain is coming my way today, guys. Let's see what she's looking at up here. Explain, please. What are you talking about? It's our ceiling. Look good?
Did you see that light?
What light?
That's about to fall.
What light?
That's about to fall out.
What light? It looks great.
This light right here, that's about to fall out.
Oh, no! That means I got to go up to the House of Horrors in hot weather. Oh,
that's
man.
Like, how long has that been like that?
3 years, 4 years. Ever since Fat Boy walked up there and just smashed that down.
Yeah, ever since Fat Boy walked over there.
Man. Looks like a nightmare of brewing, guys. Well, looks like a trip to the lumber yard now. And I think while I'm down there, Missy Jenn, since I'm not going to be getting the afternoon off, it's time that we figure out our door surrounds too. We're going to get some trim for the doors and make them look pretty too. Okay? As long as I'm going down to the lumber yard, guys, let's get her done. I'll tell you what, guys, it is a crispy one out here today, 90 degrees. It's funny out here, we go from, I don't know, upper 50s to 90 like that in one day as soon as that wind shifts direction. So, you know, Missy Jenn's pretty happy today, huh? She's getting all that little pain in the butt stuff that's been bothering her for years done. I'm happy, you know. I'm gonna go all out to get everything done. You know, I never trimmed up those doors. The kind of thing when you're working away over the years and you get those little, well, I'll come back and, you know, when next time I'm down the lumber yard, I'll pick up that, I'll pick up this, and I'll get it done. I'll come back and do it, and you never end up doing it. You know, come on, guys. You know, don't BS a BSer, right? You know that. So sooner or later, it's gonna get you. And I'm just a dummy. I got that ceiling too. I probably have to get up there and, oh man, in that heat, I couldn't do it in wintertime when it's nice and comfortable. At the height of allergy season and all that blown in old crappy insulation and stuff, what a nightmare. I'm gonna have a company come in, suck all that old crap out, blow down some new insulation, but I need to go back and fix every one of the lights that's recessed in the house. I need to put some cable clamps on it to comply with code. That's going to be a big job, because that's probably, I don't know, it's really the ones in the kitchens. The other ones were done. I just didn't put cable clamps on them, so I got to go back and get all that, you know, where the wire goes into the housing. You can't just have it going in raw. You need to have cable clamps on there to screw in, and then you put the wire through it and then tighten them down. Well, you know, I got a little lazy back there, so got that to look forward to too. We'll make sure that that's like on the hottest freaking day of the year, when I will just lose about 10 pounds being up there. The only thing worse at the rancho is crawling under the damn house to do anything down there. I had to jack up the, put extra supports under there with all the stereos I had, because I started hearing creaking in the night. And I thought, this is going to be great if the whole house just collapses right down in the black hole of, so what happened? Oh, my vintage stereo collection caused a cave-in. Really? You can see that on the, can you imagine hearing that on the news? Like, what the serious F? So, and then when I had to run, hardwire the whole rancho for internet, for Ethernet, had to crawl under everything. I always make sure it's like the hottest days when there's lots of black widows active and other crap crawling under the house, you know. It makes for good video, right? Let's get over to the lumber yard. Alright, here we are, Meade Clark Lumber. And I think we'll just go to the back first. See what the lumber dicks are doing today. And then we'll walk up to the counter. It's a nice place to go. Make sure we don't get nailed. I almost got rammed by a forklift one time. These guys are real cowboys in here. Real cowboys. Yeehaw. Everybody's a punk when they got a license to drive a forklift, right? Man. One guy working in the back today, and man, is he pissed. So, oh boy. I think his partner just bailed on him today. That's what we're going to use. Nice trim out. Gonna get 4 7-footers and 2 4-footers. I think this guy's gonna blow any minute now. He's really pissed off. Lucky I got the lumber cut, so now we got to go get the spackle and the other crap we need. I got to keep this guy's like an atom bomb back here, you know. So, see him. Kaboom. I tell you, it's a common problem these days. So many people don't want to work. They work enough to get 1 or 2 paychecks, maybe 3, 4 paychecks, and then that's it, man. It's like punch the ticket. I've got $500 in my pocket, and who cares about anything else, baby? Let's light up a couple bowls. Some lady got really cranky. Now you gotta wait your turn. I mean, I feel sorry for the guys working alone in there, but he's really volatile, right? I mean, this guy's ready to blow. So I gotta check out of here. I got the yard ticket here. But it's a common complaint I hear everywhere. It's like, oh, the weather's nice, so, you know, the guy quit yesterday. Got his paycheck, the guy that helps out on the weekend. Back in the cutting, saw operation. I was like, it didn't even bother calling today. They had to call, hey man, where are you? I quit, right? I'm out camping this weekend, right? I'm like Elvis, right? I'm boondocking out here, and guys, like, guess what? That left it all to me. And then my boss said, I'm gonna take lunch and take the rest of the day off. What are you gonna do? I'll tell you what I do. At that point, I immediately put in for like a $2 an hour raise, and that's it, man. I say I want 19 bucks an hour to be here. It's my last day too, right? Because I show up, I shut up, and I do the work. What are we doing here? We're in line waiting to get, they got to go over every damn thing in your truck or your damn car. Make sure you're not walking out with the crown jewels here. How are you today?
I'm doing good. How about you?
Got some cut lumber in the back there. Punch my ticket. Did you get it right, or did I get a little extra today?
No, you got it right.
Okay.
There you go.
You too. Nobody games the system, guys, you know. At least he had a smile on his face. Let's try not to get nailed. Woo! Pulling out of here. Back to the safety of the rancho, okay? See you there. Oh, man. Oh, wow. That is really ugly, man. That is really ugly. Well, we're gonna have to break that away and pull the light down and then build that back up again. It's gonna be harder than it looks, guys, for sure. Definitely need some patching and building. I think the trick in here is we want to get this. Yes. Yeah. Pulled from the top instead of redoing everything from the bottom. So unfortunately that means I've got to get up here through the trapdoor of hell in the heat to see how we can fix this from the top. Oh man. Oh boy. Oh, it's hotter than hell up here too, boys. Oh man. All right. There's the offending. That's it there. That's the one there. Look around. This is what I tell you. All this stuff needs cable clamps here. All of these have to have cable clamps put in. This can't be raw edged. Oh, this was a lot of work. This was a lot of work. Way back in 2011, 2012. All the AC duct work. I like to get all this old insulation out and new stuff blown in. So I think the thing is going to be to put something across, a stringer across here that'll keep that pressure even on here. I'm not going to go ahead and do the, I might try doing the cable connection just to, I don't even think I have a cable clamp, to tell you the truth. So we'll concentrate. Let's put a stringer across here, try to get that underneath, and that will lift that up and help that settle better. So let's see what we can do. It is so hot up here. It's got to be like 120 degrees. There's a nice piece there. I think that does the job. I think that keeps it in position pretty good. So I'm going to just kind of mark this and I'll saw that so it's a little more in line with the ceiling rafters here. So, all right, that looks like that's going to work just fine. That looks pretty good. Let's go ahead and nail her down. Need a lot. It's not a support, it's to keep compression on that down below. Okay, and that will be just fine. And then to keep even more pressure on that, I have a shim that I can just slide under here and then adjust that for maximum tension right there. So that's going to be perfect. It's a much more elegant solution than coming down here. You can see how well held up that light is now by doing that. So that is perfect. Now I got to go over there and do the repair around that. I think you guys are going to like this solution. I actually took a piece of drywall paper and I'm going to prepare this real good, and I cut a circle around there. And when I clean everything up, this thing should be pretty darn flush to the top there. And that will seal in really nicely. I think that's a pretty elegant solution, don't you? So I gotta now clean this up real good so we have a nice flat fit up here. I think that's gonna work pretty well. I want to show you what else I did. I cut a series of very fine, you can see them here, little tiny little cuts there. That'll help that fit flatter against the ceiling when we go to mud that. We don't want any issues of high and low spots. So that just relieves some of the pressure and allows that to just sit flat up there. Okay, so we're gonna take this down and then we're gonna pop the mud on here and put that into place. There is the first coat on, and you don't have to freak out. It's not a finish coat. It's just to set this real well and to get it stabilized. And then we'll be finishing up with a top coat. And we'll take the sponge to give it a little bit of a dappling effect there. Not finished yet, but that's drying along pretty good. I've sanded it slightly. Let it dry a little more, and then we'll put our second coat of mud on. It's pretty good. You can see I've sort of done some texturing there, and as that dries, that's going to be more like the rest of the ceiling there. So that we're going to give that a grade of an A. That's going to be an awesome patch. So it's still very wet, and then you have to get out some paint tomorrow and paint her up. Missy Jenn, are you happy? It looks pretty good. Yes, I am, Rosie. Well done. Thank you. It has been a long but very productive day here on the Rancho, capped off by, I think, a pretty nice job getting that ceiling back into good shape, huh? So we'll be ready to paint that. The whole ceiling could probably use a repaint. So got a new faucet, got a new kitchen faucet, a new tap for outside, got the ceiling done today. It doesn't seem like a lot, but that is a lot of work. And out here in the hall, you got Missy Jenn's a happy Missy Jenn today. There she is, firing away on the old computer. And you look down here in the hall, and I also managed to pick up the lumber to do this door surrounds. So I really hope to get to that tomorrow. We're going to have to back off this existing molding and then work that into our new door trim. So we're moving forward around here, that's for sure. And I know I'm happy, and I know Missy Jenn is really happy. Thanks so much for being along today, guys, and putting up with all my crazy editing and all of our crazy shenanigans. We love being here with you guys and sharing our lives every single day. Thumbs up are appreciated. Yeah, take time to hit that thumbs up button. It does mean a lot. I put a lot of time and a lot of effort into doing the videos. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but I do try hard, and I approach everything with a good spirit, and I hope that you do too. Thumbs up are appreciated. Hit that share button too. Thanks, everybody.